There it is. What's going on, world? Wait for them people to pour in. I gotta take this out. Been annoyed all day by this shit. I got so used to wearing the oh shit, hold on. Give me a second. Boom. Got so used to rocking the what do you call these? Earbuds. These are the oh my god. Bone conduction headphones. So these are like the ones that go around. It depends, right? So if I'm wearing a hat, it has to go downwards, and then I can keep it snug if I wear my hoodie on. But it's cold right now, but it's not as cold as it's about to get. So I'm trying to condition myself for the winter time, which I won't be ready for, and I'll probably like be more indoors, man, because I can't remember what it was like the past 2 days we had like these storms, we had these wind storms. So actually, you know what's crazy? I'm trying to think from here. I want to say like half a mile up the hill or something. I don't know if I'm doing the math right. There's a I'm walking downhill going home, and I see this like I don't know how to explain it. It's like these power lines that I usually see from across the street. I'm sorry, I would normally see above me, but I realized they stretch across the street. I'm going downhill. This thing is like right in front of me, so I'm thinking, yeah, I probably shouldn't touch this on the way down. Like I'm walking down the street, so I see these power lines and shit. On the other side, when I finally start getting closer, there's a whole tree that leaned on it, like the whole tree pretty much fell over, right in front of this house. Like the house wasn't crushed or nothing. House wasn't crushed, but power line that connected the house itself to I don't know, I think it was like a parking lot across the street or something. It was like all of it was bad, man. I don't know. But I've been slipping the past 2 days. I've been slipping on acorns and branches and everything. So we've had a windstorm that I think I dodged it, man. I do remember one night though, because I had my window cracked. Just everything kind of, it was wind blowing through. I'm like, oh, this is bad. That I think I don't know if I talked about it on here, but I was saying in a different recording, I was talking about how the lights were flickering in the house um, while I was trying to do a recording, and I was confused about that. Ano, it says Ano Shirawan, but what's going on, man? Appreciate it, man. Ano Shira, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Hold on, man. I gotta zoom in. It's giving me the at. It's not giving me your username. I don't know why. So just let me know. Remind me if you've been in the chat before, man. But I appreciate you guys being here. I was just talking about we had a couple windstorms and thunderstorms in the area, pretty much in the whole state. I don't know. I ain't gonna say the whole state. I'll say like Western Washington. So it's been it hasn't been that bad though. Like it's the city itself just got branches everywhere right now. Damn, I didn't bring no food for the birds. I don't know if you can hear the birds in the background. I didn't bring no food this time. Actually, hold on. Do I? I didn't bring anything. Yeah, I didn't bring anything. I just came from the store too, but I grabbed coconut water. I was asking dude, I was like, do you have the I pronounced it right. No, but what I was asking was I don't know what your username is. So I don't know if you have a specific username that I'm supposed to remember. Because the thing is I haven't been doing these in a while, so I don't know. But like I was saying, I got this. Boom. Oh damn, we got the held message. What's going on? Hey man. Alessa, you gotta chill because if you don't, I gotta get you out of here. Because you're writing gibberish, but I appreciate you being here. What's going on, Ricky? I'm keeping these to a minimum though. You know, this it's time consuming, but it's energy consuming. So I'd rather be home if I'm honest. I'd rather be home, but sometimes I gotta check in, see what's going on. Yeah, I should have brought more snacks for the birds, but it's nice because they get a chance to eat and hang out. Last time I spoiled them though. I gave them like egg whites. I bet, bro. Ricky, you said hi like 3 times, man. Damn. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. I know Shiro on. So what I was saying was I see the at, but I don't know what the username is. So my bad. Like if you've been here before, and that's for anyone else. Like if I don't recognize the profile picture, you just gotta let me know. You just gotta remind me. That's all it is. Because I'm not gonna remember everything. You know, I'm spacing these out as much as possible. Right now, as of right now. But yeah, it's getting chilly, man. Like it's the way it works for me is like personally my hands get cold first, so I always need gloves and shit. And then the rest of my body gets cold afterwards. So there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna have to wear like certain types of shoes, you know, just to stay warm. Like it's getting to that point, man. But we need get over here. But yeah, so it's gonna get to a certain point where like I just gotta wear the mid top joints, stay stay warm, and that's the other thing too, man. The rain was messing up my shoes past 2 days. I got caught in the storm. That's why I said I didn't get caught in the windstorm, but I got caught in the rainstorm right before everything started storming again. Like the tree branches and the trees started tipping over. Crazy, man. The whole half of a tree pretty much tipped over. Barely touched the house. Barely touched the house, but it knocked some wires down. That was kind of crazy. But it explained why. This is actually I gotta walk around my area a little more, but in my spot because I didn't see if any trees. Actually, no, I'm lying. There was a couple, not trees, but like branches that fell down. But I don't think any wires got messed up, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, man. It's been oh yeah, no power went out though. I'm surprised, man. We used to have years where power went out. Like I said, since gentrification and all this shit, like the power hasn't shut out in a long time. It used to be like that. In middle school, I remember power and the heat went out one time. I just started walking around the neighborhood to stay warm. You got to move quick. You got to move fast. Get in there. Yep. Gotta move quick. I'm over here watching. I'm bird watching. Okay, bird watching. But yeah, man, this might be the last bit of You know, I say this all the time that it might be the last bit of sunshine and light that we get, but I actually don't think that's true, man. Because last year we had way more sunny days than we did overcast, which surprised me. And I was like, you know what, man, we're probably gonna get more. One second, we're probably gonna get more. Um, what I'm trying to say is like days like this, man, where you see the sun bleeding through. This is gonna be way more regular, I think, than the overcast days. We've had days in the past where it's just straight up gray, just dark and gray, man. Rob, what's going on, man? Where you been, Rob? Rob, it's been well. It's more about where I've been because I was sitting there like, let me space these out. The thing is, pretty much after this, there's hella flies, man. Hella flies. Anyway, um, pretty much like after tonight, and I don't know, man. We'll see. I think today is what the 20. Hold on, let me check something. 27. So 8, 9. Thursday, I'm gonna be locked in. We'll see if I have time to hop on live, man. We'll see if I have time to do it. But there's a certain game that drops on that day. There's no telling what time of day it'll be. But maybe I'll do like another thing where like I don't know if you remember when I did the live stream before Digimon released earlier in the month. But I might do another one of those. A World Series play-by-play tonight. No, actually, you know what? I'm not, man, because I'm kind of sad that my team didn't make it. You know, Toronto beat the Mariners, or the Blue Jays beat the Mariners specifically. So I'm kind of sad about that. But I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Sometimes it's nice to talk about it, but then other nights we'll see. It's funny because I thought the Mariners were gonna win in Game 6 and Game 7 and all that. Like I just kept thinking, I kept predicting, like maybe they'll do it. I was just like, man, if they do it, I'll probably go outside, smoke a cigar, and talk about it. But they couldn't pull through. I was sad. And I say this all the time. I was saying it to people, man, where it's like, what do you call this? There's a dispensary that I walked past, and the dude over there, he was watching the game. This was like Game 4, Game 5, or something like that. And we're watching it. Oh, sorry, he put out his phone, and I was like, what's the score right now? He said, Mariners are up by 1 point. I said, listen, man, that's how it started last time. We gotta get right. He said, man, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. I said, you're right. I'm trying to stay positive. But the thing about it is Toronto knows how to score, so it's like I give them credit. Credit is due. Because the thing is, the Dodgers is like a well-rounded, dangerous team. The Mariners were a dangerous team, but we weren't like well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we gotta do this. My bad. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the Q&A. We'll just do because people drop in and out. And we'll do okay. What city are you from, and what's your favorite sport? Keeping it simple. All right, we'll do that. I've been doing these, man. I don't know. You might have been missing out on these. Let me see if I can put it in the top right, top left, or something. Let me see if I could put top right. Can we do it right here? Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. My bad. This is crazy. I'm trying to put it up. You can see it though. That's the best I can make for it, man. I'm gonna just sit sideways right here. But yeah, man, that's all much put for people dropping in and out. But yeah, I don't know. I thought about doing it, and like the funny thing, excuse me, the funny thing was like when I go down to the area where the arena is at, it's I gotta get something to drink. I don't know what's going on. The thing about it is like there's so many phones in the same area, it gets congested. Last time that happened was a little protest in March that they do. Sometimes it congests the same thing. One second. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Had to hack and get the cough out. But Rob, I appreciate it's always good to see you, man. It's always good to see you here, man. You know, always good to have you drop in. I'm trying to do a little better, not getting too carried away when I'm pre-recording those Truman Tower joints. So I got the little this weekend I did 205 and 206, which is really interesting. So I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's weird because it's like a seasonal thing where like just having a hard time, speaking with all like the extra like phlegm and all that. Like it's not even allergies. Well, I guess it is, but it's not like pollen allergies. You know what I mean? It's not like springtime. It's like it's just the cold coming back in. It's just all that creeping back in. Like, and I don't really have the right nutrients in the body. Pause on that. But it's like I don't have the right. I'm just not eating right. If I'm being honest. Well, I don't know. That's not true. I've been ignoring like fruit and vegetables. We'll get them at free lunch, but a lot of that stuff is like steamed. They'd be like it's steamed asparagus. Like it's like little simple shit that they serve with like meat. So like diet wise, like I've been getting like to eat food and I've been resupplying protein and energy, but I also haven't been working. Actually, today it didn't really rain. I should have went to the park right over here or the next spot and just hoop, but I didn't know. The other thing about it too that I was saying earlier, Rob, I don't know if you were here, was because we had these storms. Like a lot of the courts and just a lot of the places outside, there's gonna be branches and like acorns everywhere. You know what I mean? So even just walking down the street, I've been slipping around. I just been slipping, just walking down the street. And then like the past 2 days this weekend, we had a rainstorm, but we also had a windstorm that knocked like half of this tree into this power line, and then it almost hit the side of the house. But I think the power line it kind of kept it in place, and then now the tree is just resting on the side of the house, but it didn't break into the house. Well, I don't know. I just saw the front of it, so I don't really know what else was damaged. But yeah, the windstorms over here have been kind of picking up. But there's a few places in my area where like hella branches just flew all over the place, but I don't think anything bad happened. I could be wrong. You know, it used to be like this once a year. But yeah, man. But yeah, city I'm from, I'm from Seattle, so all the sports in Seattle, all the teams over here. But I will say basketball's always been my favorite. My phone case is the Seattle Supersonics. You know what I mean? That's all it is, man. But on the weekends, I've been, like I've been saying, Rob, I'm trying to stay focused about recording all the university mindset kind of videos and truancy hour kind of things. Keeping it all conjoined together. And I got a nice little spot that I can. It's interesting because Saturdays I can stay. I don't know if that's the right term, but for Saturdays I can knock out as much content as possible. I just need a drink with me because I'm sitting there chopping it up for like 40, 50 minutes and just doing a little video stuff. But at the same time, I just be losing my voice, man. You'd be like, "Oh, you out of practice? You ain't did it in a while." That's true, but I thought there's a bit of that too. But I don't know, man. I'm I got nothing on me. Come here, though. Come here. Girls over here young. I got no snacks on me. Not today, guys. Sorry. But I gotta stay focused, man. Cause the thing is, I be over there using the internet. I might go back and do some when Dragon Quest 1 and 2 comes out, when that drops, I'll probably start recording those. That's gonna be on Thursday. That's what I was trying to tell you. Was like, that's what I'm trying to say on here, man. It's just like a little update. I will be busy. I don't know. I'll be busy tomorrow and the day after. But then Thursday, that's when the game drops. So we'll see how much time I have throughout the day to kind of sit and wait to download that. So that might be another purchase that I'm going to look forward to buying before the end of the month. I got to be mindful of which what do you call this? Which cards I use. Just a little shit like that. Just utilize the money properly. I'm trying to get too carried away. I only get 2 days of work this week. The whole family coming through now. I don't know if you can hear the birds. The whole family's coming now. But Rob, what's going on with you, man? I don't know if you're still chilling there. If you are, man, let me know. How you been, man? Hopefully the weather's good where you're at. Over here, we're having the dry day after 2 days of windstorms and rain and all that. So I don't know. I should have went to the park. Honestly, I should have went to the park, but I didn't even know this morning. I thought everything was still bad. All I heard out my window was just like construction and something else. I don't know what I was hearing. It was just hella loud in the morning, and I was like, I'm going back to sleep. And then got some rest. Woke up. I actually went to IHOP, man. You going to Walmart? Oh, damn. All right. Do your thing over there, man. If they got the Beyblades over there, go get some Beyblades at Walmart. But yeah. So I think it's the last Walmart I went to. I think the last Walmart I went to was for the vlog when I was doing the when I recorded, trying to get as many drowners. Get on down, man. Come on down. That's probably the last time. Come through. Oh, family. Beyblades are fire, yeah. Gotta get those Beyblades, man. You know? Over here bird watching, man. It's good. Bros are looking for that food over here. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah. Dylan, you do the Beyblades too? What's going on, man? How you been, man? The thing is, man, there's like 3 Dylans that come through. 3 Dylans and 3 Dylons or whatever, that come through on the chat. Or they haven't been around in a while, but I haven't been on in a while, technically too. But it's been a while, man. I haven't even went to the meetups. I think last time I went to the meetup, I just wanted to make sure that owner's kid got the stuff that I left for him. They celebrated a birthday, so hopefully he knows that his stuff is there. I left the dad a message, and then more importantly, I ran into my friends who were going to get lobster rolls. So I just hung out with them for a little bit. That was about it. That was it. And then yeah, I haven't really bladed in a while. There was 1 week. It might have been this weekend. I thought about going. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, wait, you have shit to do. Also, it's canceled today. But the only thing that's going on, lobster rolls. You know about the lobster rolls, Dylan? And then, like, no, where did I go? No, sorry. There was one at the library. This is Auburn, though. That's like an hour and a half or 2 hours for me. So I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to go, but it was my guy Cody's birthday. Cody's an organizer. He's mainly a burst a burst player, but you know he does X too. I think he's a real big fan of the anime. He's just a big fan of anime in general. But he hosted a tournament this Sunday for his birthday. I don't know if his birthday was actually Sunday or if it was just that weekend, but he was celebrating his birthday, hosting a tournament. My guy Melon got pretty far. He said he was top 8, you know, and then this kid Master X, man, this kid Master X was third place. And that kid is like 11 or 12 years old. So that's what I'm saying, man. People don't want to show up to events, but it's like they're worried about getting beat by kids, and I'm like, it's a kid's game, man. It's a kid's game. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? We're just adults that are able to afford it. You know what I'm saying? But it's really for them when you think about it. But you got to pay the game forward, man. You know, got to pay it forward. Hold on, man. All right, there we go. Making sure. Crows is having a ball here. You know what they call a group of crows, man? A murder of crows. Congregation out here. What is today, too? Today is the 27th. 10/27. You know, it's 10/27. It's either 10/27 or 10/29. It's one of them days. It's actually my grandpa's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. So I might have to go buy some candles, honestly. They got the little RIP candles I might have to get at the Walgreens. I might walk it over there, grab something, but they sell them at other spots too. It's just they got the 3 for the 8. That's the deal. You love the weather this time of year. You know, Dylan, I feel the same way, man. Like I actually really like fall because fall, autumn, it's always on time. You know, sometimes it's a little delayed, but the way that summer creeps into fall, it's something about that crisp weather. Like I really like it, man. That's just me. But the other one I like is spring too. Like when you get out of the cold and it starts to warm up a little bit. Like when you just start seeing like little sprouts and little blooms on the trees, you know, just little things like that. Like I like that too, man. I'm not gonna lie. So something about fall and spring, summer and winter. There's something about it that I like too. Don't get me wrong, but it's something about the transition that makes a lot more sense to me. It's just like we're exiting, you know, an extreme to get to the fall. You know what I mean? I always said that it was because of like back to school. You know what I'm saying? The back to school. What do you call this? Back to school kind of weather. You know what I mean? For me, because for me, like school used to be September. I think now they're starting kids in August. I could be wrong, but I've been told this a lot from a lot of people. Like, yeah, school starts in August now, and then they kind of try to factor in like winter days. They try to factor in certain days so that um, what's it called? They can get out in time by June or something. So I feel like they're just adding more days for kids. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. Curriculum stuff, man. Curriculum and money stuff. It's probably some other politics stuff on the side. You say beauty of the homeland. Dylan, where you from, man? You from over here too? It's a vague question. Probably have to get a vague answer, but yeah, you know. But where you from, Dylan? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't mind me asking. You ain't got to answer. You know. Yeah, fall is that shit. You know, I fuck with fall. Give me a second. Oh man, my bad. Normally I got it propped on a oh there we go. On the phone, but we'll do like this and then I'll go off to the side a bit. Yeah. I can't push this up a little higher though. That's what I'm mad about. It's as good as I'm gonna get it. Can I put it down? Nope. That's as high as I can put it, is in that corner right there. It has to stay within there's like a boundary it has to stay within. But yeah. The Q&A. I mean, I didn't want to do the simple, how are you guys doing? Actually, I might do that. We'll see. The simple, how's your day going? Yeah. Everyone don't rock with sports. Let me do that real quick. Let's try that. Try this. We'll do the quick. How are you doing today? Like I said, keeping it vague, man, just for everyone to kind of, because some people don't rock with sports anyway. How are you? Just a simple check-in, really. You know. Oh crap! My bad. My bad. There we go. If I can get this right. There we go. All right. A simple one. It's more of a, I don't want to say mental health, but something along those lines, man. Keeping it simple. Keeping it real simple. Speaking of fall, man, there's this one house I walk past when I'm coming down the hill, and there's actually I don't know if it's like apples or pears or something because it's always smashed up on the sidewalk in front of the house. But they have a tree out there. I bet they have a tree out there, and sometimes I'm just walking fast. I'm not paying my surroundings any mind, and I stepped on something like a fruit. The thing just exploded, and then like because I had these low top Adidas on, like a piece of it just kind of just a chunk of it just got into the back of my shoe. So like my heel was feeling wet. I'm like, what is this, bro? So I had to like slip my foot out the shoe real quick. I had to wipe a piece of fruit off my heel. I was like upset. I was like, damn. But that, again, back to fall, back to excuse me, wind storms and fall. I'm like, yo, this got shit everywhere. You gotta be mindful of your step. You gotta remember, man, when I was doing the stuff, just walking around all summer, I got too comfortable in the heat and the dryness. You know what I'm saying? We don't get much moisture up here, like humidity and all that, but it just got too comfortable, man. One sec. But yeah, man. Yeah, but usually I hit the smoke too. Not today. Yeah, I might do a sports thing. I thought about it, man. It'd be kind of cool. Like I don't even know who I'm rooting for, if I'm honest, too. Like Toronto's actually a really good team. You gotta give them props. Despite how we feel or what we went through going against the Blue Jays, it's like it's a good team right there. They know how to score and when to score. They're just dealing with like a well-rounded. Actually, what's interesting is my brother was bringing this up. How he's saying, with what's going on with the Dodgers, it's like after this year, if they happen to win twice in a row, they might start creating these player. What do you call these salary caps again? Like they start trying to bring back salary cap people and teams, but great players can really just take pay cuts if they wanted to. You know, a lot of times the highest paid player on a certain franchise doesn't matter what sport it is. They don't necessarily win the championship. You know what I mean? That's the thing with sports and like organize like the team sports and shit like that. That's what ends up happening. But yeah, man. See what's going on, bruh. All right, man. We're just everywhere chilling. Fall is an interesting time though, man. It might be a fallback time, literally. I must say. Live streams were the thing that yielded the most out of what was, what the channel was about, or getting to monetization or whatever. But there's also a point where it's like, yo, give it a break. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, give it a break, save the energy. See, the thing is, when I pre-record the stuff on the weekends, I have all this energy kind of just saved up and like ready to kind of, speak on certain things when I get the topics going. But it's interesting, man. Like when I sit there and do the live stream, it's like I can just go based off of what people saying here, man. Some people drop, different people drop in and out, say what's up, say hi, leave a like, and I appreciate it, man. Chris, this is what the whole thing was built on. I wouldn't say this is what the channel is based on, but it's what it's built on. If that makes sense. So, but I appreciate either way. But there's a moment where I'm like, you got to take time for yourself. You know, we'll see what happens next. Got a lot of information. That's the thing about it too. Is like because we're still in, you know, what I'm saying, this city, if not the states, there's a lot of information based off of living here. It has to be spoke about, expounded on. Just kind of left. I need it to be a thing of the past. You get it out now. You know what I mean? Things you plan for the future will become a thing of the past. But you gotta. I don't know if that makes sense to some of you guys, but like I'm really just planning this stuff out as I go. I have like old notes, but I also have things that I'm just like, yo, jot this down, expound on it in a bit, and then yeah, go from there. Yeah, man. Crazy. 1 second, bro. Oh, nope. All right. I think it's back. I have to double check another screen or a window, if you will. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. The sun is still out, man. How could I not take advantage of this? I not take advantage of this, man. Gotta sit up straight a bit. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this weather, man. People can drop in and say what's up, man. The prompt is right there. How you doing today? I'm gonna just sit here and chill for a bit. Give it a few, you know what I'm saying, and then I might just go on and head out too. Cause and where I messed up today too was actually grabbing coffee. It was like it's such a pastime to do it or whatever, like or a habit, excuse me, to do it. That like why? Sometimes you drink it just to stay warm, man. Well, we're talking about like a cup and a half, if not two, in here at the IHOP. Damn, it was one of them days, man. A lot of them payments taken care of. Had to do it, right? Had to do it. Thing about the payments being taken care of too was like I had to sit there and pull from the investments one last time and then take care of a over. I don't know what the word is, like a overdraft kind of fee. You know, it lasted for about a 2 days and a half. Took care of that. That was it, man. I'm chilling right now. Yeah, buddy. Enjoying the sun. That's extreme, man. Facebook, what's going on, bro? Yeah. Man, I'm just trying to, a bit of me was like, let's stay productive, right? Which I was able to do some productive stuff today. On the other hand, excuse me, I was like, just spend some time outside, Something's telling me to kind of just spend more time going back outside and walking around enjoying. I have a certain set of days off, and I want to spend them kind of just saying good morning and hi to people. You know what I mean? Just like just sitting there, just speaking to people normally. You know what I mean? Just living some normal life shit. Because the thing is, if I'm not at work, I'm spending more hours doing more work for myself, and I'm not getting paid yet. So I'm saying I'm not monetized yet. So you see me just doing this, but it's the same mentality I carry every day, man. The work doesn't stop, and sometimes I gotta break out of that and just learn how to live again. Just remember how to live type shit. I got hella trailers right there. So let me know if that makes sense, Chase. But how are you doing, Chase, man? What's going on with you? Enough about me. What's going on with you, man? You know what I mean? What's going on there? Ooh, that's clean. Hey, clean ass old school right there. Not necessarily a lot. I don't be know. That's the thing. I don't know my old schools like that. I don't know the names of shit, but clean ass ride, man. And there's hella cars. There's hella cars right now going north. So I'm already knowing. Might have to get it down there. Oh damn. All right, give me a second, because I might have to walk slow. Yeah, I might have to walk that slow. Damn, Chase came in the win, man. I appreciate it either way. I appreciate it either way. Yeah, bro. Can't even see shit. Yeah. Oh, there's a car right there. All right, there we go. Also, I will say, man, I don't know what it is, but food wise, I was cutting back on a couple of junk food choices that I had. Excuse me, a while ago. Excuse me, the past couple of days, and then I ended up making I don't want to say better choices, but I had a balance of like, I don't know what the word is, like I'm not monitoring sugar and shit, but I'm like, all right, I didn't get my soda today. How's it going? But I grabbed like one, so then it was enough. I don't know how to explain it, but it created some stimulation within the body, like a good way. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like, all right, I'm running across the street. I didn't feel too sore, but also it's like I haven't been at work since like Thursday, so that's part of it. The body more or less feels recovered, man. You got to move it around, kind of move around a little bit, so that way I'm not all like, I don't know the word is, like sore, or like locked up and tired. That's the main thing. I ain't gonna lie, it's too chilly to be doing this, man. I'll tell you guys what though, man. I don't know nobody there. I'll tell you guys what though, man. I'm gonna start doing these again, but I'm gonna be indoors though. I'm about to be indoors though. Here, let's get this out. Let's get that out, man. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to be doing. I thought about it the other day too, man. There's a spot I go to. You know, it's crazy. Actually, everywhere I go, that's indoors. Maybe it's like a certain draft in certain buildings. You would think, because the thing. All right, don't get me wrong. When you're outside, it's cold, but when you start going like indoors, obviously there's a change in temperature. So the temperature changes when you start going places. Excuse me. When you go indoors, you start warming up. Here's the point I'm making right here. I swear to God, every building I've been going into, maybe it's because I'm forced to kind of sit down for a long time. Should be cold as hell. There'd be like a draft everywhere. But again, like I said, this weekend was windy. There's nothing but chilly air. It was bad, bro. It was bad. I'm just cold right now, just dying. Sometimes I'll be playing music just to amp me up, just to get me moving. You know what I mean? Every bit helps. Every little bit helps, man. But yeah, man. Hey, man, for those that dropped in, man. Matter of fact, we got a small group right here. Can't even get mad. Ano Shirawan, Ricky Jones, what's good? Rob dropped in. Dylan M from before, and Chase Buck, man. And people from back then. from the old chat days, man. I ain't never forgot really. A lot of people done came and went, but you know the consistent people are all gonna still be there. You know how that goes. But yeah, man, we got this 40 mark. You know, some days it be like that. It's dead, but it is what it is, man. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get, and I'm always take what I can get, right? I'm always be appreciative because the support, you know, it looks any kind of way. Oh, what's good with you, bro? Man, how you been?
I've been good, man. What's up with you, bro?
Hey, you go here for the thing?
Yeah, I go here for NA and AA.
Okay, yeah.
I just got done. I'm about to go to the lake, pray, meditate.
Man, let me meet